Sego Zuacuego. Welcome inside Anoa Lagoa Arena as we get set for the final day of the Survivors Cup here in Akwesasne. It's Jake Elliott, Teddy Jenner with you, and the bronze medal game is on deck here as it'll be the Nepean Knights taking on the Medicine Men of Tri-Nations, Teddy. And you know, both these teams coming into this one want to win their final game of the tournament and go home on a positive note here. And Medicine Men coming in a little bit banged up with a short roster, but you know Nepean is not at 100% either. And these two teams are going to leave it all out on the turf here for the bronze medal.
Gwegwe, Akwesasne, Gwegwe. Jake, this is going to should be an excellent opportunity for these two teams, as you said, to win their final game of the season, but it's not going to be easy. Tri-Nations running with 13 runners. They had a few fellows injured last night in the game between these two clubs, and just makes the battle that much tougher, but it should be a good one regardless.
Two teams are at center and just about set to go here.
Got to make sure the score clock's ready, though. We're ready. The players are ready.
We are.
Timekeepers, unfortunately, not ready. Let's pay some quick bills while we have this opportunity. This event wouldn't be possible, though. Our gold sponsors, East End Convenience on Route 37, Akwesasne Milwaukee Casino Resort, Casino Tobacco, Crossroads Tobacco, 2019 Can-Am champs, the Akwesasne Bucks Senior Lacrosse champions.
Below the whistle, let's play some De Aldo as we're underway here in the bronze medal game as the Medicine Men will wear their orange with the black shoulders, Nepean in the white with the gold and red trim in there as well. As the Medicine Men will work left to right across your monitor here on JVI. This is Marquis, and he has been a marquee man here for the Medicine Men throughout this tournament as McCumber came cutting through. That pass just got away from him, and here comes an early chance for Nate Woods. In all alone on a breakaway, little shoveler, and it stops dead on the goal line and stayed out.
Nice early save there from Nicholas early on as the Nepean gets a quick chance right off the hop.
As Johnson gets the start here for Nepean, as you would expect, it's Nicholas in the other end for Tri-Nations. 10 on the shot clock. From the outside as McCumber will open up, but turning the corner with the subber, or the fish shot, if you will, Teddy. And that one goes wide and ends up all the way back down in the Medicine Men zone.
Yeah, this is going to be a real battle for this Tri-Nations team. As we mentioned, down to 13 runners. It's going to be a long, hot day, and they just got to stay composed, take their opportunities when they're there, and try to rest when they're on the bench as much as they can. And offensively, you want to try to have some long, extended shifts just to give your D guys some rest.
And Nepean will be aware of that and probably try and crank up the pressure a little bit and try and get into a bit of a track meet with the Medicine Men if they can, knowing that they have that short bench.
Absolutely, and if you're on the offense for Nepean, you want to try to get shots on net, try and get the odd reset, and just keep these guys out on the floor working hard as much as you can.
And this is really what the Medicine game is all about here. It's a bit of a war of attrition. You got to be in shape to play this game, and you can tell kind of which teams have come in good shape and which teams haven't here a little bit. You're going to pick up a few injuries along the way as well. But it's all part of it when you play in a tournament like this. Just across the 2-minute mark of this opening period as Wills comes on, and here comes our first penalty of the game. This is something Tri-Nations cannot do, especially with that short bench, as we mentioned. Long shot, Nicholas the stop, touch it up, here's the whistle. And here comes the penalty call. Is it going to be Wadadaibo? No, it's not. It'll be a slashing call.
I think that's Loandi O'Rourke.
I believe you are right. Number 1, what do we got? Number 8.
Number 8.
In orange. So opening power play here goes to the Knights in this scoreless bronze medal game. As we thank you once again for tuning in here to the home of the Survivors Cup on JVI. We'll get that QR code teed up for you here as well so you can make your donations while you watch the game in support of suicide prevention, mental health issues, and revitalizing the Mohawk language. There it is on the corner of your screen. And speaking of the Mohawk language, Teddy, we spent a long time last night out there on the res with Willade and learning some Mohawk terms. I don't know if you picked this up, but my nickname Jumbo in Mohawk, Lagawano. And I'm thinking I might just go with that on the regular now. I like it.
Sorry, Jake. This time it was just for me.
Wow. Just looked me right off there, too. Anyway, all right.
Oh, look at that shirt, Jake.
Oh, a little Hunter's action. I like it.
Well, good thing I got a new suitcase because mine broke because I got too much stuff.
True story. True story.
We've been treated like kings out here all week long, and this will be a great capper event. Bronze medal game and the gold medal game.
Redo lost the handle. And the Knights will come back the other way here. Still over a minute to work with in this man advantage. Lagawano. That's where you got to go, please.
Sorry, Lagawano.
Thank you. They'll set up the old horseshoe formation here as they'll work it around the outside. As Downey's been coming on here for the Knights, especially in that last game. And you can just see when they're kind of legging it to the bench, there's a little hitch in the step and a little bit of a limp. You know, guys don't want to open it up too hard if they don't have to in fear of maybe pulling a muscle.
And on the other side of the floor, Nepean just full steam ahead here.
And a loose ball for Tasse as he chases after it. He'll come up with it in behind the goal. Had a man streaking down the middle. But still time to set up for one more good possession here as you hear the sticks rattling against the boards at the Nepean Knight bench.
That sound just warms my heart.
One of my favorites. As Downey will kick it back across. Good ball movement here. Cutting through Firth. Dropped it. Rebound chance there for Pelche. And he made contact with the goaltender Nicholas. Penalty time just about over. Shot clock as well. I guess they didn't get the reset there. So the Medicine Men will kill it off and they'll get possession as we remain scoreless across the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, here Ecclestone realized that the shot clock should have reset. They'll probably give possession back to Nepean, I would imagine.
Yeah, I thought I saw the signal. That wasn't crazy.
You mentioned Peyton Tasse, brother Owen Tasse, father Jason Tasse, a great gift to both of us. As
Axeman.
We got a Capital City Axemen sweatshirts. He said it's the most comfortable and nicest feeling sweatshirt you'll ever wear. So
even got it in my size, Teddy, which is a rarity for Lagawano.
I don't think I'll be wearing it till much later in the year. However, an absolutely fantastic gesture from Jason Tasse, and as we said, all teams have been so gracious to us. Hats, shirts, mugs.
Daibo, quick face-off win. Had a player on the wrong side, and O'Connell, left-hander across the right. Was that transition chance off the draw didn't really materialize. There's a low feed there for O'Connell. Gets away from him. And away come the Knights once again as Wills comes streaking off the bench. Still early in this one, but you feel like that first goal is going to be an important one here for either one of these teams. Just to kind of settle their nerves and get in the groove here a little bit. Around a screen, around another. Back it goes, and Wills, I think, hit the butt end of Nicholas, and it stayed out.
Sure did, Lagawano.
There's a chance in front, maybe. That one dropped on the turf. And we'll get it going back the other way here with Dupont Tardif. Look out at center as he's double teamed as he ran himself into traffic, but evades it. There's Oliver Hill. About time, Ollie. As he'll make his way up to his regular spot. Tim Hortons in hand.
We're great, Ollie. How are you?
Okay. We'll look forward to that, Oliver. Thanks for joining us as McCumber has one kicked away by Johnston. If you're joining us, Oliver has been a fixture throughout the week here beside our broadcast location.
We don't just talk to random people. We only talk to Oliver.
Hall of Famer from the Onondaga Nation. Quick pass and fanning on the quick stick was Bafia.
You know, if you're Tri-Nations, you're kind of happy with your start right now. You haven't had too many offensive possessions, but your defense is playing strong. Your goaltender is keeping you in this game so far, and they're off to a pretty decent start.
Of course, Nicholas did not play in that game previous. But he's back in there here for the Medicine Men in this bronze medal matchup. Aston will go set the pick, and it's a good one. Got away with it. Into the middle. Here's the roll. Shovel in front. Nobody home. And Lohan Dio. Rourke will cause the turnover. This is Marquis wearing 76. He has been absolutely electric throughout this entire week, scoring some of the nicest goals we've seen. And if not for the record here of the Medicine Men who come into this bronze medal game at 1-3, you would have to put Marquis in the conversation for tournament MVP.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, McCumber just missed a loose ball with an empty net staring at him. He'll come up with it now as he gets rocked along the boards by a couple of Knights. And what do we got? Trapping will be the call from Ecclestone. So that's the first time we've seen there at the Survivors Cup.
That's the first aggressive fan call at a referee.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
7.5 minutes left.
Didn't like the call early. A little grouchy this morning here. Here's Wills. LJ directing traffic. Ertner cutting through. Man knocked down. Here's Wills to the crease, and he can't bounce it through the legs. And we'll get a crease violation to go along with it.
Yeah, everybody on this Tri-Nations team playing both sides of the ball pretty much right now.
Gonna have to.
Yep. You're gonna have to have a full complement of everyone doing a little bit of everything today.
Nothing to leave in the tank now. Empty it out here in the bronze medal game. You're getting a break after this one. And it might be a long one. So make the most of your opportunities here.
That was a nice outside shot there.
Nate Woods, who I've been ultra impressed with for the Nepean Knights, the defensive transition specialist, and he can really burn. And we already seen him get a breakaway here today, but this time he'll head for the bench. 16 on the shot clock now as they'll go to work down low. Beat across, and Pelche whiffed on that one. Goes after the loose ball. He's checked immediately. Gets a shove on the back. Firth comes in to dig it out. Tasse had a crack at it. He's down on the turf now. And whistle goes. Trapping the ball on the turf this time.
Yeah, Tasse just kind of fell on top of the ball and didn't get up quick enough. And Ecclestone will give possession to Tri-Nations.
So on comes Daibo, Alfred Jr. There's Marquis across the way off the half wall. He'll come. Stops up. Look low. Alfred Jr. And he can't beat Johnston, who got just enough of that one to keep it out.
Yeah, Alfred Jr. is a very big body, and he's played both sides of the ball in this tournament, and he's been effective on both sides of the ball.
He has. Across the halfway mark of this bronze medal matchup in this opening period. And Wills looking for the opening goal. And Nicholas with another stick save. As they're not updating the shot totals here right now, Teddy, but I would say heavily askewed in the favor of the Knights so far in this one.
Absolutely. But if you're Nepean and you understand the situation where Tri-Nations has, 13 runners, are going to get tired, but you also got to be effective when you're in close on Nicholas. You got to move that ball, get him moving, and not let him settle and see shots easily.
Errant pass there is easily intercepted. And again, you see Nepean, every time they pick it up, they want to push the tempo and force the Medicine Men to run with them. As they'll make the change once again. Ertner into that near corner. Backdoor feed, and Wills was on the pipe, but just couldn't bring in the feed. Now pass shoveled ahead here. Got to wait for the man to step on the bench. McCumber does that, comes up with the ball and swims away from his man. Down the wall he'll come. Gets a cheer from the crowd, who he's had a pretty good contingent of fans, has McCumber throughout the week here, just off to our right. Marquis inside, Joey set. They'll get the shot. Had a good save there for Johnston.
Yeah, Joey Set John has been a real nice player in this tournament as well. Just continually keeps his feet moving, sets nice picks, and always rolling to the middle.
Don't forget, gold medal matchup comes up by 1 o'clock here from Manoa Lagoa. Orangeville Northmen, Akwesasne Indians. This is Aston. Scores! There it is, Teddy. The opening goal of the game comes courtesy of Liam Aston, who got right to the prime shooting area and blew it right past Nicholas, who just couldn't quite catch up to that one.
Yeah, that was a nice pick-repick with Aston and Downey. Set the first pick, went backside. Downey reset it and allowed Aston to come back up over the top and take that shot. And so Here's the second part of the repick, and it just frees up Aston, and he just overhand crank. Nicholas got a piece of it with the right leg, but unable to swipe it away.
Not particularly accurate shot there from Aston, but just kind of overpowered the goaltender with that one. As another hot, sticky day here on Cornwall Island. As we're literally hopping on a bird right after the gold medal game here, Teddy, heading back to the West Coast, Victoria and Coquitlam respectively. And I tell you what, I'm going to miss this place. There's no question about it, and can't wait until the next time I get to come back.
If I ever get a chance to be here, it won't be soon enough.
Survivors Cup donations, you see it there on your screen. Just point your camera at that QR code, scan it up, head to the website, donate to your heart's content. As mentioned, the plan was to charge pay-per-view for these games. So if you're planning on watching games here at the Survivors Cup and you're getting them for free here on JVI, if you can find it in your wallet, in your heart, donate to the Survivors Cup, as they'll go to initiatives here to revitalize the Mohawk language, mental health, and of course suicide prevention. All initiatives really near and dear to this community, with the trauma of residential schools, and of course we know the effects that suicide can have on the Indigenous communities. A couple of worthy and deserving charities that you should really donate to here in support of these players who have put on a show this week at the Survivors Cup.
We're closing in on $1,000 so far on the GoFundMe, so keep it coming, folks.
Broken shaft, delayed call. Rio Johnson, here's McCumber from long range. Johnson makes the stop. Here comes the penalty call. Medicine Men down a goal here will get their first power play of the morning.
And their power play has been quite effective, especially the fact that Colton Marquis is just so dangerous wherever he is on the floor. And he has great floor vision. He moves the ball very well. And when he's dangerous, that causes defenses to focus in on him. And when you focus in on one guy, that usually leaves a couple others wide open.
We are playing stop time here in the two championship games after playing running time in the round robin.
I don't think the clock has been stopping in this game other than for penalties.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. I'm good either way. I mean, here's Alfred Jr. to the top of the crease, and he stepped just with his big toe on top of the line there. Got to look for the ball coming off the bench to Felche, and he finally turns his head around to accept the pass. Okay, so it is running time. My apologies. We'll make for a speedy game. Not too speedy right now as Hurtner controls out high here, trying to kill some penalty time off. Look out as Wills bailed to the bench. Pass just went sailing towards the boards as Wills had vacated his location. And now a little hidden ball trick here at the Medicine Men bench. It's with McCumber, I believe. No, it's not. It's with Marquis.
They got you.
Monitor was in my way a little bit. I got to bail myself out. 8 on the shot clock, and they got to get going here. As Marquis with down to 5 now. He'll load one up. He'll fire, and he'll miss the cage. And that's the problem with waiting that long, Teddy. You get one opportunity. If you don't hit the rack, it's done.
Yeah, they were just a little slow getting out of their own zone, then, trying to bring that hidden ball trick into play. Just took a few extra seconds off the clock, and now Nepean will be able to pretty much wind down the remainder of this penalty.
Yeah, just a couple of second differential between game clock and shot clock here, but they run this thing down to 0. Essentially, the player will be out of the box as Firth has gone back to his black and yellows here for the bronze medal game. Over his mitts. So there's the shot, there's the reset, and there's the penalty time over. As back to 5-on-5 we go, and just this 1-0 score on the goal from Liam Aston. O'Connell squeezed up along the boards, got picked to free himself up, but forgot to bring the ball with him. And now what do we got? Whistle goes. Another trapping call here. We'll give it back to the Knights as we're under 5 to play in this opening period.
These two teams played the final game for each of these two teams against each other in the round robin yesterday. And we kind of thought it'd be, a little feeling out process, not show a whole lot. But unfortunately for Tri-Nations in that game, they lost a few players due to injury. And that's resulted in them being down so many bodies. A couple of guys had to go back to school, and it's just been a casual series of events, unfortunate events for Tri-Nations.
Well, it's not going to stop these medicine men for giving it everything they got here in the bronze medal game. And many a team has won many a game with a short bench. Daibo. Johnston the stump.
The majority of this Tri-Nations team is from Ganawagi, the Mohawk community south of Montreal.
Couple from Onondaga. One from Six Nations as well. Chance. Tassé runs over Nicholas. He'll get called for that. It'll just be a possession change.
The coaching staff is from the Ganawagi Hunters. They got some help from the Mohawk Medicine Men, getting a few players from the Seneca Nation, a few American players, and a local kid from here, as well as nearby Cornwall. They could have had Trey Deer as well, but he opted to play for Orangeville.
I think that's maybe where Trey is going to spend his junior A career and wants to develop in the system of the Orangeville Northmen.
Yeah, he was one of their draft picks and decided to play for them throughout the summer.
There's Firth whistling one wide on the short side. This one will get out of play. And the Medicine Men will get the ball back here, trailing by one as the clock ticks down towards the 3-minute mark here in period one. Thanks for joining us on JVI. If you want to be interactive during the broadcast, you can do so via Twitter. Teddy Jenner is at Off the Crossbar. Myself, you can find me at PXP, the number 4, Sports. PXP for Sports. We'd love to hear from you.
To Lagawana for Sports?
Oh, hey. No, Jumbo's the nickname. PXP for Sports is the handle. Lagawano, Jumbo and Mohawk. As I see Mr. Mitchell enter the building. One of the most respected men here on the Akwesasne reservation. And he's been inside Anoa Lagoa Arena all week long as well, watching the boys play the medicine game.
Oh,
good move from Aston and a little corkscrew.
Kaiman Daibo limping off, and this doesn't look good. They can't afford to be losing any more players as Kaiman Daibo got caught up on the far side by the Nepean bench.
And Daibo probably been the best face-off man in this tournament as well. They'll miss his services in the small circle. There's a little scrambly here at center. Off comes Firth with a head of steam. Trailer is Pelche. A good job for the Medicine Men to shut down transition as Downey will take over. Wearing number 11 here for the Knights as he starts to backpedal just outside the dotted circle. Penalty coming up here to Tri-Nations. Goaltender to the bench. Extra attacker onto the floor. 9 on the shot clock here as Downey has a look around. He'll pass off to Firth, creeping in, down to the crease. Who's cutting through? Nobody yet. Firth down to the crease on the other side. And the shot clock will expire as, again, maybe just a little unaware of your situation with the shot clock winding down. They don't get a shot off.
Yeah, just a little confusion, not a lot of communication, but it's going to be Deha Rayudas Yoda. Nope, that wasn't even close.
It's good effort, though. I bought it.
McCumber, as I was told, just to stick with by his older brother.
Plants it. Here we go. Knights a chance to pad the 1-goal lead here in the final minute of this opening period of 3. I'll work it around. Firth will set the screen. Cutting through was Pelche. That was a bit of a decoy to have the look for Firth down in the crease, which he got, just couldn't jam it in.
That was a nice little set play. You know, usually you set that low pick for a guy coming around, hit the cutter. And when that happens, the D will often step up to take that guy, and they just skipped it behind the defense to Firth. But again, Nicholas there with a nice save.
Joey set John. Shot clock down to 8 for him. 3 Nepean Knights in deep, waiting for John to come in. And he'll go right into the crease, and then we're going to get a penalty.
Oh, that's...
Nice. Well, you know what? There was 3 of them there.
I think that was just his momentum that had him fall. That's just an unfortunate case.
Let's see the replay, Matthew Carrick. Can you be the judge at home?
That's Lasenba.
1, 2, 3 Knights there. Pretty good cross check. Stick comes up. One in the back.
There's the whistle. He's just...
And I think it's right there.
Yeah, that's the falling on top of him, but I don't know if that was as intentional as it looked. But play 4-on-4.
They got too many men.
Tri-Nations pulled their goalie to go 5-on-4, but then Nicholas went back out on the floor.
Oh, man.
That's just costly.
It is. Got to be a little more aware on the bench than that. Both Nicholas, coaching staff, and offensive players. I don't know who you kind of point the finger at in that situation.
I don't know if they were trying to fake that they were going to bring him just so that Nepean would kind of drop into a box.
I'm just dripping right now, Teddy.
It is hot, my friend.
It
is hot.
We're not even 20 minutes into this final day, and the shirt I'm wearing is absolutely soaked. Oh, my goodness.
We sweat heavy from different places.
Yeah, we do. I'm a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit guilty about the person who's going to have to sit beside me on the plane
for
hours.
Might have to quickly pull out a change of clothes from the bag.
I got one in my bag, and I thought ahead because I knew this situation was going to be the case, and it just so happens I got some extra clothes to bring home with me.
Survivors Cup donations again.
Can't wait to throw on that sweatshirt on the plane.
Use your camera, snap that QR code. It'll take you right to the GoFundMe. Let's pay some bills real quick. Thank you to Sanderson Source for Sports in Orangeville, Ontario, Kilcoyne Farms, Donville Kent Asset Management, Howard Jones Millwork, Rhodes and Williams Limited. We appreciate your support, and also thank you to Seaway Motors of Cornwall, your Seaway Valley mega car dealer, the Paul Sisters, and Lee Valley Tools.
Now in to all our fabulous sponsors who have supported this tournament like really none other than I've seen, Teddy. The amount of sponsors and the support that they've gotten from their sponsors has been second to none. Here we go with a 4-on-3 late. 6 seconds to go in it. Ashton might have caught the pipe there. Firth with just 3 seconds to go. Might get one more chance. Skip it across. And the buzzer will sound to end the opening 20 minutes of play here on JVI. Bronze medal game, 20 down, 40 to go in it. The Knights of Nepean lead the Medicine Men of Tri-Nations 1-0. We'll take a 5-minute break. Maybe we'll take a little bit longer than that, Teddy, as they put... No, yeah, we will take 5 here.
I was going to say.
We might have time for a shower there if they put that much time on the clock. We'll take a quick 5-minute break and be back with second period action here on the home of the Survivors Cup, JVI. All right, lacrosse fans, we're back inside Noah Lagoa Arena as we get set for period number 2 here. The bronze medal matchup in Nepean. Just the lone goal in that that opening period, Teddy, by Liam Aston. Lead at 1-0 as scoreboard lit up here to start period number 2, but not much between the men and the Knights in that opening 20.
Yeah, and if you're Tri-Nation, down bodies, tired, sore, trying to get through one last game, you got to be pretty happy with that opening 20 minutes. Nicholas played very well, probably made half a dozen saves, 8-9 saves. Really allowed his team to kind of just settle in and stay close. But if you're Nepean, I think you're going to want to just ratchet it up a notch here. You're going to want to pick up that pace, get this Tri-Nations team running, tire him out. As the game goes on, that will lead to sloppy passes, sloppy defense, some openings to try to get in close and get a few more goals. But so far, so good if you're Tri-Nations just down 1.
I think this is the type of game, if you will, that you need to play here if you're the medicine man. So it's just watching McCumber walk across the turf to the penalty box on a pretty severe limp. But he's gotten this one out and trying to get through it.
As are all of these kids.
Teams are at center and set to go. Sticks are down. Ball is down. Below the whistle, let's play some De Aldo. We're underway here in the second period. And Nepean will win the ensuing faceoff and get set up here on the 4-on-3. Chance there for Pelchin. There's just in a question coming in on our YouTube channel. The Tri-Nations, you have the information in front of you, but made up of a number of different...
Yeah, it's mostly players from the Ganawag Mohawk community south of Montreal. You also have some players from the Seneca Nation, a couple of American players, a few local kids, and also kids from nearby Cornwall as well.
There you go. Essentially, yeah, it's Six Nations, Ganawag, Akwesasne. Little spice of Seneca and Onondaga.
A lot of kids from the First Nations Lacrosse Association. A lot of these kids played Salmon River Section 12 championship team.
Section 12 or 10? Maybe it was 10. But yeah, a number of players, and a lot of these players will play in the Canada Games as well for Team Quebec. Unfortunately, no Iroquois team. So I know my old junior teammate Paul Lehman has his eye on a number of these players for his Canadian Games team.
As we're going to have another penalty. This is going to be a high sticking call. And I believe it's going to go against Nepean. So their first penalty will end in 7 seconds. So brief power play here.
Whoa.
Bless me.
Where's the mute button when you need it?
Brief power play here for Tri-Nations. We might have to get another one of those energy drinks today, John.
I was just, they were setting up shop just as we were kind of doing the same. A little time in between periods. 3 TK. Sugar-free tea. Energizing. All right, 4-on-4. Nepean gets one man out of the box, and now the Medicine Men will get theirs out here in 8 seconds, and then it'll be a 5-on-4, but the shot clock down to 13. Marquis loads it, skip it, score it. McCumber on the business end of it. The feed was a gem from Marquis. And the finish, pretty nice as well. What a rocket of a pass.
And that was just as the penalty expired, so I think we're going to be 5 aside. So that'll go down as a power play goal.
Yes, it will. And we're tied at 1. Bit of a delay.
DeHauritis. McCumber? I got it that time.
Did you? Yeah. Honestly, I'll take your word for it.
There's that QR code again, folks. Use your phone. use the camera, snap that QR code, it'll take you right to the GoFundMe page, and whatever you can donate would be appreciated. As mentioned, all money donated goes to the Caring Hearts charity as well as the Akwesasne Freedom School, helping to revitalize the Mohawk language, support people with mental disability, mental illness, as well as suicide prevention. And the goal is to get to $5,000, and we're working our way up as we go, as Jumbo donates as we are live on air.
Gotta do it, man.
And if Jumbo and I can do it, so can you. 1-1's your score, 2 minutes in, and procedure called on Nepean. Kaiman Daibo looks to be back, ready and healthy to go.
2 minutes gone here in this second period, and just one goal on the board for each team. Marquis, who just set up McCumber, will give it to him. He'll get it back here to Daibo, who we saw come off the floor looking pretty ginger, Teddy, and he's back out there. There's another tap in. Same pass, same result. Barreto on the finish.
That is an excellent finish by Efren Barreto. And an even better pass from Lou Alfred Jr. Barreto came all the way behind the net, had his stick up, knew he was going to be open. And Lou Alfred Jr. just hit him right in the pocket, and it was in and out in a heartbeat. And the first lead of the game here for Tri-Nations.
Sorry, Teddy, just finishing off my donation. I highly encourage you to do the same. There's a bounce shot from well out from Johnson easily, or excuse me, from, yeah, it was Johnson, and stopped by Johnston.
Johnson on Johnston crime. Robbery.
And here come the Knights off the offensive gate. Rolling to the goal is Hurtner, ducks under a check, corkscrew shot, can't beat Nicholas as two medicine men went down, but an excellent look there for Hurtner, better stop for Nicholas.
Yeah, I believe that was Osena Deca coming over, trying to that big hit, but Hurtner just wisely ducked underneath it, got in close, but Nicholas with a key save for his team, keeping it 2-1.
Marquis comes up with the loose ball, he wants it back and he'll get it. 10 on the shot clock, got to go to work here now as he'll drive low. He'll send it to McCumber, kick, stop and a beauty there from Johnston. New 30 here for the man. McCumber lob it ahead. Pass should have been caught. It wasn't. Much to the displeasure of some of the fans here. As maybe, well, Teddy, the most knowledgeable lacrosse fans in the country.
Yep, they have been watching the elders, the locals, with bated breath on every pass, every shot. They understand what it takes to win in this game of lacrosse. And they're cheering on this Tri-Nations team just like they would cheer on the local Akwesasne team. And as up the floor comes Loandio Rourke.
Across the 4-minute mark here as Johnson out near the center line here and with the ball, not where you want to be, and he just had to dump it in, and it's turned over.
Yeah, in that situation, if you see your teammate getting heavily pressured on the sidewall, you have to go right to that set of pick, try and get him open, or at least run to an open space. Pelche
showing up on the score sheet. And that ties the game at 2.
Well, after a slow start to the first, we've had 3 quick goals here in
nice little look there
a little
from
over
Wells.
3 minutes. Well, maybe they are stopping the clock then.
Nice little corkscrew there from Pelche.
They didn't in the first period, but now they seem to be stopping it here in the second.
Well, maybe they got the directive. Hey, it's bronze medal time. Let's stop the clock here between whistles. As long as we start the gold medal on time here, Teddy, we got to fight to catch. But I think we should be good.
They'll hold the plane for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't they? Joey said John throws it away.
And we're starting to see just a few mistakes starting to creep into the Tri-Nations game, and that'll happen.
Well, that's what happens.
You get a little tired.
Yeah, the physical is the first to go, and once the body starts to go, that affects the mind. And you start coming up on short on passes, or you let it sail on you. As Nicholas, with an active goal stick, will come up with that one. Got to get it across center, however, and he's not going to do it.
He's just got to pass that to Rourke, who is standing right beside him. I know he's looking for the long transition bomb, but he's got 3 guys in front of him. Just make the easy pass.
Yeah, and if you're just going to launch it, you might as well launch it.
Yeah, after you're at 2 or 3 seconds, if you don't have a pass on the long one, you're not going to pass it short. Just throw it.
Hard pass down to the crease. Another chance is off the post and stays out. Close call there for the Knights, as they had Nicholas beat, but the red iron swollen in behind him now.
Skinny best friend.
So now can the Medicine Men get a good possession here? As man, they almost turned it over right off the bench. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Marquis not out there on this shift. That's Daibo there. Hard feed. Daibo faked the backhand. Now it comes around a screen and he slots it home on the short side. What a shot. That was pretty.
Yeah, threw the big backhand fake just to try to get people looking. Got Johnson off his post. Even fooled our camera guy.
You're better than that, Gary. Let's go now. Bronze medal game here.
And then we didn't see it, but he stepped around the screen and fired it short side, post and in. And
I will say this
up 3-2.
For Gary and Rachel, our camera people here for the Survivors Cup, and for all camera people for that matter, lacrosse as a sport, maybe one of the toughest there is to film, with the speed and the change of directions and the turnovers. It is not an easy job filming this sport, and our crew here at JVI have done exceptionally well.
Absolutely. White ball, white mesh, moves quickly. Not the easiest thing to follow.
Senadeka Mitchell, who we had down as a scratch, is in there for the Medicine Men. And we'll get a whistle in front of the Tri-Nations bench here. But it'll be Nepean ball as they run it right towards their bench. Maybe the most awkward shuffle pass I've seen on a line change. Here's Wills. This is Pelche. He'll turn the corner, kick it off. Got a man cutting through, and Firth denied on a quick stick stop there from Nicholas, who came sliding across on his knees.
Big round of applause from the fans here to our broadcast right.
Alfred Jr. drives in. No peel in the corner, wait for help to come on. Barretto will swing it wide for McCumber. Rio John will get a little pick on the back. Now jukes low. Just outside the dotted circle. Gets a little step. Hanging on to this ball too long, and he turned it over on the shot clock violation.
Good defense there by Nepean, just swarming Rio Johnson.
8 minutes gone, second period. 3-2. Tri-Nations in front. It was Nepean in the round robin who won. That does not matter a whole lot right now here in this bronze medal game. Nothing between these two clubs here as we approach the halfway mark. Tassé denied by the stick of Nicholas.
Yeah, Tri-Nations has sort of been playing this kind of floating zone.
Penalty, no.
Another offensive zone penalty coming up here to Tri-Nations. This one will go to Colton Marquis.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was York heading off to the penalty box, but it's Marquis. You're right, Teddy. And, you know, we talked a lot about this. There's good penalties and bad penalties. Bad one there from Marquis, and let's see if it ends up in the back of their goal because of it.
We're closing in on $1,200 now on the donation page. Use your phone, snap that QR code, or go to that link. Donate what you can to Caring Hearts and the Akwesasne Freedom School.
We thank you for all the support here, and we hope you've enjoyed the free live stream on JVI for the Survivors Cup. Pass inside, and Firth will stick it. And there you go, Teddy. What would that take? About 15 seconds.
22, to be exact.
Well, clock's running, so.
I looked up real quick. But Firth has been probably the best player on this Nepean Knights team all tournament long.
Right? Like
most consistent, absolutely. Yeah. And he's very talented. He's shifty. He gets to the middle of the net. And when he's in close on goaltenders, he's got a pretty high shooting percentage. And that time, he just kind of keeps his feet moving and dunks it back over the far side shoulder of Nicholas. And we're tied at 3 with just about 10 minutes to go.
Tell you what, I'm looking at Andrew Ecclestone over there in black, and I think the hammies might be a little tight on the referee as well.
Yeah, they weren't doing much hydrating the last few nights.
Well, not with what they should be hydrating, I suppose you could say. Not sure how many vitamins and nutrients are in Bud Light.
Not a lot.
Okay. Here's Dymo inside. We're a little guilty ourselves, Teddy. Let's not kid ourselves here. Kick stop again from Johnston. But we couldn't be more happy to be here for the bronze medal game. Gold medal game coming up as well at 1 o'clock. Orangeville, Akwesasne. And that is going to be a heck of a contest. If you recall, as in comes Wills with a shot, and he'll hook it out of the stick wide. Gets his own rebound with 12 on the shot clock. That was the second game for the Indians. The first game for the Northmen, and that thing came right down to the bitter end as it was Jamison Bucktooth on a penalty shot with about a minute and a half to go that won that game for Akwesasne.
Yeah, Orangeville had the lead, and Akwesasne just slowly chipped away and came all the way back. And a late penalty shot sealed it in what was a fantastic contest.
McCumber is making moves, but a pick on the back there will give it to the Knights. In this 3-3 game with 9:15 here to go, middle stands up.
Just getting some clarification from tournament executive Josh Sanderson. It sounds like both games will be running time.
Okay.
Unless it's within 4 in the final 5 minutes.
Okay. Good to know. There's Pelche. I'm not sure how he caught it. I don't think he meant to. It just hit him right in the pocket. Tassé loads it. Scores! What a shot from Tassé as he pulled the string on Nicholas into the short side top corner.
That was a very nice release from Tassé. He finds this loose ball, moves up the floor.
This is one of the most hardest releases in the game. The low to high back to the short side. That is hard to execute. Not many in the game can do it with consistency. Tassé pulled it off there and puts his Knights in front 4-3 as we got a timeout at the Medicine Men bench.
I think this is more just give their team a little rest.
Smart. You got 2 timeouts. You can only use 1 per period, so you might as well chew one up now and put the other one in your back pocket for the third here if you may need that here in just this 1-goal game.
Time to pay some bills. Without the generosity of our tournament sponsors, this tournament not possible. Green Chief Naturals on Cornwall Island, Chiefs Tobacco of Ganawaga, Club 24 of Ganawaga, Bears Den Akwesasne, Lacrosse 28 of Akwesasne, Ganawaga Lacrosse, Ottawa Capitals Lacrosse Program, developing great opportunities for our future lacrosse stars, Orangeville Northman alumni, Mohawk Lacrosse on Cornwall Island, Mega City Promotions, Bergmanus Preya, and your live and local radio 97.3 CCOM.
CKON.
And thank you, Sanderson Source for Sports, Lee Valley Tools, Kurt Stiers and the Halifax Thunderbirds, CAA Management, and Twinley for your generous support in making this event possible for our youth and community. Yahweh.
Absolutely. As timeout over. 2 teams, and you know, early in the week, Teddy, after a timeout, we'd see players come off the bench, jogging to their spots. You see now, it's a slow walk back to the restraining line pre-face-off here as you try and conserve all the energy you can here in this middle part of the game.
8:51 remaining, a 1-goal game here in the second period.
Lassenbaugh and Daibo, and Lassenbaugh with an early move. We'll give the ball here to Joey St. John. Marquis will step on and take the feed. Now he's going to make the change, and I'm not sure why. As on comes Alfred Jr. As in comes Marquis. He did it again.
Oh, I think Ecclestone might wave this off.
They'll talk it over. All right. Give me a replay here, fellas. Let's see if we can make a call here before the officials do. As you got to look at Ecclestone in black.
They're going to give it a goal.
It is a goal. Let's watch it here from Marquis. Got spun around. That's a goal.
That is a fantastic goal. Add another one to the highlight reel of Colton Marquis.
That's got to be, watch just the body control. Not only just to stay on his feet here, but then get the stretch across. And look at the stick extension there to find the far pipe.
Unbelievable.
We talk about not easy to do.
Yeah,
right
we
there.
talk about guys who have kind of reminded us of Lyle Thompson, and he is right up there. And he is a rising star in the game of lacrosse, and you will be hearing his name playing the Creators game for many years to come.
O'Connell did such a good job to free himself up from space and then just didn't quite finish off the play as the pass sailed out of his pocket and into the bench. Deadlocked at 4 here now in what has been a very hotly contested bronze medal matchup. Firth had room to shoot, didn't take it, plays off to Ashton, and Nicholas will stop it as he looks around for the ball. It's in the corner. New 30 here for the Knights. Firth one more time. Kick it high. Here's the drive. Stick save for Nicholas once again as he'll just flip off, and the outlet comes up bench side on the bounce.
Yeah, and as quickly as Tri-Nations wants to run the transition game and lob that ball to the far side, you got to have that first defenseman sprinting off the floor, or it's not going to work.
And possession more crucial here. If the opportunity's not there, you got to play the safe ball. Here's Dybo, and he put it wide short side. Foot race for it at center. Nate Woods. No, excuse me, it's 22, not 12. And Braden Gardner.
Great job by Kyman Dybo to get back and knock that one loose from Braden Gardner.
A little kick of the stick. Get it further away from the Nepean bench as it lays down in the Medicine Men zone now as they go to work on offense. Alfred Jr. wearing number 7. Darts away from his man, shivers him off, creates a space. Here's McCumber, and he put it off a helmet as it ends up in the corner. Shot clock late, and can't get one on target. So Nepean comes up with a stop as we're into the back half of the period now. 6:44 to go in it, and deadlocked at 4. Hertner takes a stick along the wrist. Plays it off to Wills. He's got room just outside the dotted circle. I don't know, Teddy. I see these Knights getting in pretty good shooting positions, but they always seem to want to make the extra passes. They let one fly there right off the bucket of Nicholas. Loaded again. Why not? Stick save this time. And Nicholas got the stick on that one as O'Donnell will leg it back to center here for the Medicine Men.
I was going to make the point earlier. All tournament long, Tri-Nations is playing a bit of a floating zone, and it's actually caused Nepean some problems because they just aren't expecting a guy to be there when he's not there, and then when he's not there, they think he should be there, and that's why they're wasting some of those open looks.
This is Downey. Quick feed. Firth had the quick stick and double clutched on it. Now he'll come around a screen, fakes the shot, step it back. Here's another skip pass, this time for Pelche, and he can direct it towards the net. He's got it out of the corner, however, but just 2 on the shot clock. Firth's going to get a shot off. No. Made the extra move and took the time away.
Yeah, good defense there by Tri-Nations on that shift, just not allowing any clean looks. Just got to keep sticks in lanes. If Nepean's going to keep looking for that backside diagonal feed, got to have sticks on lanes, got to anchor yourself to the crease, especially in this zone.
Rio Johnson. McCumber. Back to RJ, now Marquis. Underneath he goes. Double team comes. Kick it for Dybo, and
penalty coming.
They were ready for it that time, and here we got the shooting opportunity, but they do draw a call as a little extra curricular after the whistle here. I believe it's Gardner going to be the guilty party on a hold here. We'll check the number. As the gate swings open, it's number 7 that's going to stand at Wyndham. That's going to go.
Excellent opportunity here with 5 minutes to go for Tri-Nations as we get a look at it. And just
a little fistful of jersey there.
That's a nice call by the official.
Easy one. 5 minutes exactly here to go, second period. The way this thing's going, Teddy, it could come down to the final possession.
Still got 25 minutes to play.
We do. And I'm just saying, the way this is going, I would not be surprised to see it come down to the final possession.
So you're just saying it could come down to the final possession?
Pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Full 2 minutes to work with here on the man advantage for Marquis. And a moving pick call as Tassé was knocked down. And here comes Nate Woods with all sorts of speed. Short-handed for the Knights, right in. And off the shoulder of Nicholas. And a loose ball up for grabs here as 2 Knights try and box out.
Yeah, if you're Tri-Nations here, you got to get on that ball as fast as you can. You've got the extra body.
A chance to kill some clock now as they have 20 seconds showing on the shot clock, and Firth just out for a casual stroll here in the offensive zone.
Just going to kill some 30. Try and wind down some time off the penalty clock. Maybe take a late shot, see if you can get a backside look.
Pelche tried to go over the shoulder. Good defense there by the Medicine Men and Mac Miller. 50 seconds now in the penalty time. Being served by Wyndham.
Oh, what do we got here? Too many men?
That is unacceptable.
There's only 4 guys on the floor. Wow.
I didn't see it, and I don't like that call from Ecclestone one bit. I mean, we've seen.
I slept with it.
We've seen about I don't know, Teddy, what, 20 too many men calls?
Yeah, and some have been just because they don't understand. You know, it's just the odd change, and it's a bad change. But that's just inexcusable. Yo.
Here's Firth. Now Wells. Here's Firth again.
He's giving my stick away.
You better watch
Oliver, don't take my stick.
He wants it. You can tell. Firth on the bounce and off the post and stayed out. As they're peppering away here on the Medicine Men as the penalty time expires to Wyndham. I think you got a good one there, Teddy. The elders are quite impressed as Leewade gifted you his stick last night, as did my man Joe Hall. Somebody better check on Joe, by the way. I hope he's doing all right. Wills will pop out. Here's Pelche down at the feet of Nicholas, and he made the sticks up.
Nice save there by Nicholas. Oh, DuPont Tardif didn't see Pelche on his backside. And they're going to turn it over. Ball go right back to Nepean.
Now they're going to have to play another shift of defense here, as we have 2:20 to go here in the second period.
Good message relaying there from Andrew Ecclestone, saying 1:27 is when the penalty is over, as it's not up on the score clock.
Thank you for that. Not sure if we can get that on our screen for our viewers here on JVI or not. The ball turned over here to O'Connell. All good. Just penalty time not up on the clock. 1:27 is when
30
it expired.
seconds remaining in the penalty.
So Medicine Men should be able to get out of dodge here and kill the rest of this one off for the most part anyway. As what were we? 1-1 after 20?
1-0 after 20.
1-0 after 20. Here's Marquis on a fabulous spin move, and he sticks it home. This kid is ridiculous.
Back-to-back goals for Colton Marquis, and both highlight reel goals as he spins away from 2 guys, gets inside, controls the body, far side, short side on Will Johnston. And a short-handed goal.
I cannot tell you how impressive that is. I mean, never mind one guy. He spun away from 2 defenders and still got to the front of the goal.
And I believe that the goal was scored short-handed. The penalty time is over, but they have to wait for the whistle to allow him to come out because it's running time. So we're back to 5-on-5.
And we're in the final minute of play as well. And the Medicine Men are in front 5-4. And they're doing it with a short bench here in the bronze medal game. Chance for the Knights now to get back to level terms. From the outside, a high to low. Baum missed the goal. What a Dibo. Into the final 30 seconds. Medicine Men, remember now, they called the timeout in the second period about the midway mark, so they're not allowed to call another one here to draw up a final play for the possession. Nicholas, no signs of coming to the Medicine Men bench here. Now he's going to come. 10 seconds to go. Dibo takes the shot. Nicholas on the bench here, and he's got to be ready to get back with 3 seconds to go in the period. And Dibo will run out of time. Well, Medicine Men outscore the Nepean Knights in that middle period 5-3. And they'll take a 1-goal lead after 40 minutes of play into the third period with a bronze medal at the Survivors Cup on the line. You're going to see it here in 5 minutes' time on the home of the Survivors Cup, JVI. Welcome back inside the Survivors Cup here at Anoa Lagoa Arena as we get set for third period action in this bronze medal matchup. And the Medicine Men lead the Nepean Knights by 1 here, 5-4 with 20 minutes to play. Ted Jenner, who's going to come out on top in this one?
Well, I'll be honest. When I saw the lineups and I saw that Tri-Nations only had 13 runners, I kind of said, well, I kind of guess this is going to go Nepean's way. And I have been completely proven wrong. And it has been a gritty effort so far by this Tri-Nations team. They lead by 1. And if they can hold on for 20 more minutes, they'll have a very well-deserved bronze medal in their hands.
Blow the whistle. Let's play some De Waldo as we're underway here in the third period. As we'll start at 5-on-5. Marquis has been exceptional once again in this one, leading his Medicine Men with a couple of spectacular goals. No goal coming on this offensive possession as Windier will clear the zone. Downey has a look across. Pelche will drive it in. Coming in behind him with a shot and a chance, goes wide. And it'll ricochet off the window and stay in play here for Hertner. He'll get it back. Got room, got a shot. Nicholas stuffed it, and he'll control the rebound as well nicely. As they'll look the outlet here to the Medicine Men bench. Port Moody bounce pass taken nicely. And in some trouble near center now was Barreto, who just kind of stopped up his momentum. But he had to play that pass off the short hop and then allowed the defenders to close the gap quickly.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Nicholas just isn't getting it up and out of his stick fast enough, but at the same time, the Medicine Men aren't getting to the bench fast enough to get that front door guy out. So it's a bit of a case of cause and react, and unfortunately, things just aren't going away in the transition game very well.
Here comes Wadadaibo. He's got a head of steam. And bad intentions on his mind, but a rather easy stop there for Johnston. As it'll be scooped up and pushed back the other way here by Tassé.
Owen Tassé wears 3. He plays defense. Peyton Tassé wears 6. He plays out the front door, and he has it now.
And he'll let it fly. Nicholas standing tall, cutting down the angle. You know, different types of goaltenders, Teddy. You see the smaller reactionary style goaltending of Johnston as Nicholas throws it away again. And then the other end of the spectrum, you got Nicholas, who's really an angles goaltender. And both can be effective, just depending on your body type and your comfortable factor on which style you want to play. And then, of course, you got the hybrid.
Yeah, you'd have been a big reaction goalie.
Yeah, massive. I'd get mad, I'd get sad, I'd get angry. Those would be my reactions.
Yes, well played.
I just wanted to make sure you knew what road I was driving down there. New 30 here for the Knights as Downey took one inside. Here's Hertner with room. He'll step in and he'll miss the cage as it looks like there's room on that short side of Nicholas, and they're starting to kind of pick up on that. You just got to find the target. Downey around a screen, excuse me.
Late penalty coming up here. Roughing call. And this is what Tri-Nations cannot do, as they cannot give this Nepean team a chance on the power play, as Lohundi O'Rourke will head off for his second penalty of the game.
Just looking at this here, Teddy, and I don't know why I didn't realize it before, and I'm not sure if there is a relationship there or not, but 97 on Tri-Nations, Seamus O'Connell, and then he got 21 on Nepean and Brody O'Connell. I'm not sure if there's a relationship there. If you know, you can let us know via Twitter at PXB for Sports or at Off the Crossbar. Don't forget to give the JVI Sports Network a follow along, as well as the Survivors Cup. Marquis coming in, and you knew it was coming, and so did Johnston as he makes the stop.
Yeah, he set up his body for that one, and Johnson played the angle very well. Followed the stick, followed the ball, made the save.
It's still 90 seconds to work with here in the man advantage, as Nepean will get set back up, trailing by 1 here in this bronze medal game. Firth over the shoulder. Tassé back to Firth, down to the crease. Pelche won't pull the trigger. Tassé draws a defender, move it around. They're stretching that box out. And then Firth lets it fly and finds the top corner and ties the game at 5.
Power play marker for Willem Firth, as he gets his second of the contest. And this is just good ball movement. DuPont Tardif a little slow getting across to close that gap, and need to put a little more pressure on Willem Firth. Got to know he's their most dangerous shooter from the outside. And Firth makes him pay, sniping the top corner, tying us up at 5.
Don't forget, gold medal matchup comes up next year at the Survivors Cup. The Northmen and the Indians are in the house here at Anoa Lagoa Arena watching on this bronze medal game here in the 3rd period. And that next one is going to be a dandy. Face-off win here for the Knights and Tassé. Taking checks along the Wallows. He'll button hook there and hand off to Wills and head for the bench as on comes the offense for Nepean once again. Wills just outside the dotted circle, looks to the near side and finds Hurtner. He'll give it to the trailer coming on. He'll load up the shot. He'll let it fly right into the stick. And an easy stop there out of the pocket of Isaac Bennett. McCumber, who is really laboring. You can see with each step and stride he takes, there is pain involved. Alfred Jr. protecting that ball on York. They'll give it back to McCumber on the bounce. Secures the pass. Pass off. Look out. That one looking 7-hole, and Johnston made a textbook stop, but the rebound comes to Rio Johnson, and he'll set it up again for the Medicine Men and a fresh clock to work with. Johnson takes the return feed from McCumber, slides past one man, tried to pass down the wall. And that went off the stick of Barreto and out of play.
McCumber and Gardner came together, jousting sticks there at the end, and McCumber plays with a bit of an edge.
He does.
He's a feisty young player.
Here's Downey, dangling down low, plays it into the corner. He'll set the high post here. Ball goes over to the left-hander, return feed. Aston, who opened the scoring in this one, can't find the target. It's picked up by the Medicine Men. And look up and look out. There's that one into the stands here. And, oh, friendly bounce right to a lucky fan down there in the far corner. Souvenir going home at the Survivors Cup. As I know many are watching online, and they just watched Firth put the Nepean Knights in front 6-5. And we'll get a timeout here. I believe a water break for the goaltenders.
And that's back-to-back goals for Willem Firth. He now gives his team a 6-5 lead. And again, it's just the way they play this zone. It's basically a 4-man box with a man in the middle. Most times that's Wada Daibo playing in the middle. So when they set that high pick, it takes an extra couple seconds for Wada Daibo to get all the way out to that top shooter. And Willem Firth took advantage of the time and room and buried it top corner.
Again, we are going to hammer this all day long, folks. I suggest you do too. Tell your family, tell your friends. Open up the window and shout it out to the neighborhood. Survivors Cup donations, QR code right there on your screen, or hit the link and donate to the revitalization of the Mohawk language, mental health initiatives for traumatized survivors of residential schools. And suicide prevention, of course, all going to worthy causes here, near and dear to the hearts of the Akwesasne community. 6-5 as it's been a back and forth affair here, Teddy. We've been tied. Each team's had a lead here and there, but just one shot between them with 13:32 here to go in the bronze medal game. What's Oliver up to over there, Teddy?
He's yelling at kids again.
We can do that.
The elders don't take no gruff here.
Back to center we go. And the face-off win goes into the stick of McCumber, who gets surrounded quickly.
That hurt.
It did. You can tell he's got all sorts of bruises and bumps on that body.
And just the way he plays is a physical, aggressive game, and just leads him to take a beating every shift.
It's the type of tournament afterwards you just want to find an ice bath and just stay in there for a week.
Yep.
Firth with the hot stick. He's got the last two here for the Knights. He's got it to Hurtner. He'll move it off. Back across Pelche, and that went off the leg of Kyler Powis. Here's Hurtner. Oh man, that had eyes for the bottom corner. Good stop for Nicholas. Keep this a 1-goal lead. There's Wadadaibo. No, excuse me, it's not. That's Osenadeka. And tries to secure the loose ball once again. Just buddying people off with shoulder checks.
And it's 1 versus 4, right? He's
And
going to get this ball just because he's working his tail off. But
yeah.
And I understand, you know, Tri-Nations felt that he was probably going to lose that ball, so they came back to get D guys out. But you need to give him some sort of help. And great work by Osena Deka.
Heck of an effort. Macumber right back out there as he shakes off that last bump. Good pick on the back there for Johnson. Got it across to Daibo. Up pick here from Alford Jr. Got to stick up a little bit. He's going to come set it again. Daibo down to 13 as he backs away now. Macumber's got the high feet. Trying to duck under a check. Step it back. Way too far to shoot. Now he darts into the middle. Alford Jr. went down. And nothing happened offensively here for the Medicine Men. Oh, at the last second. Coming through was Marquis, and you can hear the frustration as Johnson slams his stick on the boards on the way to the bench.
Yeah, a lot of just, you know, maybe it's tired bodies, but a lot of guys just holding on to the ball a little too long for Tri-Nations. Keep it hot, get your feet moving. The ball moves faster than you do.
That's a good call, Teddy. The ball can always move quicker than the feet. And that's the way you make the defense work. O'Connell.
And also when you swing that ball and move that ball, it gets the goalie moving side to side.
Yeah.
And gets him off balance and unaware of his surroundings.
East-west. You can get 2-3 swings in an offensive set. And when we say swings, that's going from one side of the floor to the other. It does all sorts of things to help increase your scoring chances. A breakaway is a great way to score a goal in lacrosse, and Tassé denied by the stick of Nicholas. I wouldn't know, Teddy. I don't think I had one breakaway in my lacrosse career. You were a much speedier player than I was.
I like to get up and down the floor.
Alford Jr. missed a loose ball as he boxes out now, trying to pick it up. Marquis will drag it, but he can't secure it. And here we go with another breakaway for Bafia. Make it a 2-on-1 now. Bafia right in. Oh, another glove hand stop on the stick side by Nicholas. Keeps this a 1-goal night lead.
If Tri-Nations ends up winning this game, I think you got to look.
Now you can start to see the mental errors.
And Nicholas, as he has been fantastic in keeping his team alive in this game. They're down 1.
Half a period to play here in the bronze medal matchup. Nepean leading 6-5. Firth has the last 2 for the Knights. And a low pass there for Hertner will get away from him to the wall. And a good clamp there from Wadadaibo will free up the ball here for the Medicine Men as they'll push through center.
You got numbers if they go.
Lohundio tried to shovel off, took a check in the back. And the Knights get it right back. I'm not sure where the arm didn't go up there, as that was a cross check right across the numbers.
I think it was from the side a bit.
Okay. Agree to disagree as the Knights will take it. And we'll keep it going here. A little picture time in the third period.
Paparazzi in the house.
Wheeler Day, our man. And what an effort and by the entire tournament organizing committee, but especially him. He's been here from morning until night, day after day after day, helping this tournament go off without a hitch. It's been incredible.
Dealing with all the things, lacrosse and otherwise, to make sure this tournament continues.
Johnson with a stop. Ball picked up. And run into space is Liam McLeod as he feeds a high ball here for Firth, who will settle it down. Another slam of the stick on the boards there in frustration for the Medicine Men. They're just down a goal here. They got to keep their composure and stick with it. Here's Wills with room to load it, and he'll fire Nicholas out well to challenge. I don't think he caught a piece of it as the shot clock continues to tick down here. As Nepean bails out to the bench here, and Tri-Nations will get ball. And still lots of time left to go in this third period here, and just a 1-goal game as Alfred Jr. pressured soon as he steps off the bench with the ball.
Yeah, you can see that Nepean just has a little bit more energy here late in the third period, and they're trying to turn it up a notch, as I talked about before the third.
There's Rio Johnson with a long ranger, and Johnston will kick that one right back out here for Nepean. 8 to go. Wills will take the ball off the carpet as he steps in with Tassé and Firth. It's Firth now at that lefty shooter. Got a good screen. Pass it off. Downey. Play it back. And right back down to the crease. There's the swings we're talking about, Teddy. That one, that final pass gets away, and Tri-Nations will take the ball.
Got to have a good, solid possession here if you're Tri-Nations. Try and get a reset. Give your defenders a rest, who've been playing a lot of lacrosse here in the third.
Rio Johnson just outside the dotted circle, waiting for a pick. Gets one there. He'll drive it down the wall, look back across the floor. He's got Marquis over there working with Daibo, as Joey said, cut through. He was open. There's the shot, and it didn't get in. As a close call there for Rio Johnson, as Johnston was a little late getting across, but he got there in time.
Yeah, if Rio one times that, it's in the back of the net, but he just had to ensure that he had it, and that gave Will Johnson enough time to get there and make a fantastic stick save.
Numbers here for the Knights. Aston and Nicholas sweeps one away from his crease after making the save.
But as we've kind of talked about, loose balls, there's always more Nepean players than Tri-Nation players, and they're winning the majority of these contested ground balls.
Here's a long ball from Nicholas. They'll take it off the bounce here. Will McCumber, as on comes Alfred Jr. as well. Nepean back on defense. Alfred Jr. takes the feed, but he's on the wrong side of the floor, so he'll pull back out high and give it to number 76, Marquis. Marquis feeds near side. Shot got blocked. Ball in the corner, 10 on the clock. Marquis will pick it up, feed high once again. Oh, had room, didn't dig him. Then Alfred Jr. tried to shoot, and he was unceremoniously dumped down.
He got
Numbers here for Nepean. It's Firth coming in on a breakaway. Scores! Firth with the natural hat trick here in the third period puts the Knights in front 7-5.
And they'll give the goaltenders a water break, and that was just an outstanding defensive shift by the Nepean Knights. Physical, aggressive, tenacious. They didn't allow the Medicine Men to get settled. They kept them off their toes, and one loose ball quickly leads to a transition break. They get off the floor, and Willem Firth wastes no time. Far side, gets Nicholas to move, keeps his feet moving, and just slides it by the right glove. And as you mentioned, 3 straight goals for Willem Firth. And what was a 5-4 lead for Tri-Nations after the second has quickly been flipped to a 7-5 lead for Nepean, with 6:14 to go here in the bronze medal game.
It has been a good one since the get-go here, and the drama is still yet to unfold now, with 6:14 to go in this third period and just a 2-goal lead here for Nepean.
There's that QR code again. Smash it, like it. Let's pay some quick bills while we have a moment.
Please.
Wouldn't be possible without our gold sponsors. East End Convenience on Route 37, Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort Hotel and Spa, Crossroads Tobacco, and the 2019 Can-Am champs, the Akwesasne Bucks Senior Lacrosse Club.
Buck out, hacks and whacks. Jar that ball free. Ecclestone makes the call. It's going to be Nepean ball here. Well, I dare say Medicine Men will need the next one here if they want to try and come back in this game. I don't think they can go down 3 at this juncture here in the third period. That shot well wide, bounces off the wall. What a Daibo, going to run onto it here as he lowers the shoulder once again. Strong player is What a Daibo, and he'll protect the ball and get it to Marquis, who switches hands into the left. Down the wall he'll come, taking cross checks all the way, gets ridden right into the turf, and just kind of ran himself into a bad spot there.
Yeah, he got that, and then, you know what, a lot of that has to do with the fact that What a Daibo was all the way up the floor by himself, and it took the Medicine Men so long to get off the floor defensively that there was no help. So by the time Marquis got it, there were 4 Nepean defenders right on.
Well, they're just gassed.
Yeah, absolutely.
The tank is empty here, and they're running on fumes in this final 5 minutes of the bronze medal. Hurtner, and he missed everything as it comes all the way back down the floor. And it's stretch time here in the bronze medal game. 5 to go. 7-5 Nepean trying to win their final game here and claim third place.
And the Medicine Men won't give up. This team is full of great young men with outstanding character. They will not stop until that final whistle. But you just know that, like you said, it's just not 100% full energy just because they don't have 100% of their energy left.
What do you got left in the tank here? Can you mount the comeback down 2? They got another possession and a fresh 30 to work with as they go lefty strong on this possession. From the far side. Having a look is Daibo. Heels in the corner looking for the shovel pass here. It's just not there. Nobody open. And now McCumber's got it. He'll try one from long range, and Johnston is going to stop that all night, all morning.
A sign of a tired team. Guys are not moving their feet, cutting in the middle, just standing perimeter on the outside, and that's just easy for this Nepean defense, who are big, fast, and physical. And if you're not moving your feet, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to take a few whacks, a few cross checks, and you're not going to be getting too many passes or shots near the front of the net.
Sam Firth has been the man, or excuse me, Willem Firth has been the man here in the third period, scoring 3 goals for the Knights, which have put them in front 7-5.
4 overall to add to his tournament total.
Here's John. He has had a fabulous tournament here for Nepean, has Firth. Bob feed high and too high as it just stays in play. Marquis will settle it down. Goaltender to the bench here as on comes Daibo from the outside. Gives the wand a twirl. Now John lets one fly. Hit a body on the way in. It's a delayed call. Down to 2 on the shot clock. But, well, here's the chance that the Medicine men were looking for, Teddy, as they'll get a man advantage here with 3:21 to go in this game, down 2.
Yep, they've got a shorthanded goal and a power play goal tonight, so their special teams have been effective when they've had opportunity.
It's a delay in game, too many men call once again, and now we got timeout here, and I think this is a good call from the Tri-Nations coaching staff, because you need to score here. It doesn't matter if you have a timeout left in your bank or not. Call it now. Get it clear what you want to accomplish here on this 5-on-4, and make sure you at least get one to give your team a chance to get the second one.
Yeah, you just don't know if you're going to have another opportunity to call a timeout that's going to be worth it. So call it now. See if you can draw something up. 5-on-4 for your power play. And if you can execute, great. Get to within 1. If you can't, you have to scrap and fight for that loose ball. Especially if it goes off Nicholas into a corner, off Will Johnston in the corner, you have to go and chase that ball down. You cannot allow Nepean to find that loose ball, pick it up, and get down the floor and kill more time off your power play.
I'm just looking down there at McCumber right now, and he looks absolutely exhausted. And listen, here's my advice for the Medicine men. Do not wait until you're down to 10-9 seconds on this shot clock to run your play. Run it with 18, so if you miss, where the ball doesn't hit the target, you give yourself a second opportunity to get a shot off.
Absolutely. Early and often. But take good shots. Don't just flog ones on net because you
have some urgency.
Yep.
Have a little urgency is the message there. And we'll see if they do just that as Nicholas puts his helmet back on. You can see Marquis on your screen here on JVI Sports Network as he'll drop the ball in the pocket. Will Andrew Ecclestone, as we'll get this man advantage started here with 3:21 to go. Medicine men down 2, but now go to work on a 5-on-4. Alfred Jr., McCumber, Daibo, and Johnson, your 5-man unit out there. Marquis is at the point. This is McCumber. And down to 18, and here we go. Alfred a double pick. Marquis sends it wide on the subber. This one's going to come all the way back across the line. I don't think that's the look they were looking for here on the power play. Nepean will get the whistle, and now clock on their side here. You can bet they're going to run this 30 clock down as far as they can.
We have thanked a lot of people over this week. We need to give a special mention to Louise Thompson. She worked from morning till night, game after game at the admission table at the front of the arena. She should be in the Lacrosse Hall of Fame for her commitment to the sport. She's always willing to work every game or tournament.
Oh my. Yes, Niowen to Louise Thompson. Taking temperatures, making sure every person was screened that came into the building here, and out there bearing the heat just outside the arena doors. Thankless job, and she did it with a smile on her face the entire week. Big time shout out to Louise Thompson. 10 on the shot clock, 45 on the penalty time, 2:05 to go in the game. Marquis McCumber scores!
That's a big one.
And look at, he can barely celebrate after scoring. He's so tired. Just drops his head in a slow walk back to the bench. But he's got his medicine men within one.
This is a nice play. It was a seal pick on the far side by Lou Alford Jr. Colt Marquis dragged, took the defense with him, skipped it to McCumber, and he set his feet and fired it short side past Will Johnston. And with 2 minutes to go, clock will stop because we're within 4 in the final 5.
Buckle up, DeWaldo fans. We're in fair for a good finish in the bronze medal game.
Procedure on the face-off for keeping it in the back of his stick too long.
Nepean by 1 and with the ball as we're under 2 to go. Hertner, Firth, who have changed his mitts once again. He's going with the whites here late in the third. Austin backs away. Back down to Firth, quick stick, and he just missed, but he's got his own rebound and 8 to go on the shot clock. And then, they're going to give him a reset. I don't know. They're much closer than we were, but that sounded like end boards, not goalie. But another valuable 30 seconds here for the Knights. Remember, Medicine Men have called their timeout here in the third period as well, so that is not at their disposal in these final dying minutes as they almost throw it away. Now they do. Oh, costly there on the Medicine Men. But they get it back for the moment. Marquis is going to snare this one and spin away from traffic. He's in some trouble as he finds Daibo open. We're into the final minute of play here with the Medicine Men down 1. Shot clock down to 20. Here comes Nicholas to the bench. They'll bring on the extra attacker. And here we go with the big finish in the bronze medal. Can they tie it here late? 10 on the shot clock for Alford Jr. Marquis starts to come to the bench. Not the guy you want coming, as McCumber had to send some towards the goal, and now Nepean with 33.3 called timeout. And the shot clock at 29, so a 4-second differential. The Knights that close to getting the bronze.
It was a good look. They had an opportunity, but unfortunately, Will Johnson thwarted the attempt. And that final save could be the one that seals it here for the Knights, but they still have some time. They're going to have to get out of their zone within 8 seconds.
Yep.
Try to use as much of the 30 as they can. The question, does Tri-Nation pull
Well, I was just
Nicholas?
about to ask. What do you do, Teddy, if you're on the bench down there for the Medicine Men?
Well,
4-second differential. Ball is, I think the key here, Teddy, ball is starting in the defensive zone. So do you maybe try and double the ball carrier,
1,000%.
shut off everybody else, and just roll the dice here? And that's exactly what they'll do.
You have to.
But you have a man like Nate Woods, who I believe is going to take the ball here for Nepean. And the counter for Nepean, they could pull Johnston too and just go 6-on-6 on the turf and let
Derek Keenan.
Yeah, and let Nate Woods run. I think he can beat both. But let's see. Johnston's in there. Marquis and Daibo will double the ball carrier, Nate Woods.
Watch the D guy. If they try and sneak a guy out the front door, they do.
Hard hit, Nate Woods. He's going to have to get rid of it. He shovels ahead. They get the ball. They got an empty net, and they're going to put it in. Not exactly the way they drew it up, but a lucky bounce there for Pelche, who's going to salt this thing with 20 seconds to play.
And in those situations, that was very close to 8 seconds, but Woods was able to get it down the floor, but you cannot allow Pelche to collect that loose ball and get that shot.
There needed to be a clamp there by Kyler Powers. Knowing that ball was coming up the turf, he's just got to get on the hands there and don't let Pelche pick up the ball.
So there's 20 seconds left now. They'll keep the goaltender out, will the Medicine Men.
And Daibo's been doing the job in the faceoff dot, so all hope not lost here for the Medicine Men, who will bring all bodies back, Will Nepean, into their defensive zone. Daibo and Lassenbaugh will face it off, and Lassenbaugh will win it, but right into the stick of Dupont Tardif. You got to go here quickly. Down to 13 seconds. Marquis will load it, fire it, skipped it wide, and that's going to do it. The Nepean Knights are going to win the bronze medal here at the Survivors Cup, as McCumber with one extra shot here late in the game. And this isn't what we want to see. Just wind the clock and get this thing over. Frustration, obviously, here for the Medicine Men. But give full credit to the Nepean Knights for a fantastic bronze medal game here at the Survivors Cup as they're going to beat Tri-Nations by a final score of 8-6.
Congratulations
Great
to
game.
the Nepean Knights. Hats off to this Tri-Nations team. They battled all tournament
gutsy
long.
effort.
Incredible, and especially here in this final game. Just look at Wadadaiwo. He can hardly walk. He's so tired, probably cramping, just dehydrated, out of every ounce of energy they have. And your coach will always say, it's your last game of the year, leave it all out on the floor. There is no tomorrow. And what an absolute fantastic game by both of these clubs. Congratulations to the Nepean Knights.
I think it'll be Firth, your player of the game, who stepped up large in that period. A natural hat trick, spurring on his Nepean Knights to victory here. And indeed, it is Willem Firth. Don't forget, you see that QR code on your screen. Make those donations, people. We still have one more game to come, and it's the big enchilada, if you will. It's the gold medal game coming up. Akwesasne Indians taking on the Orangeville Northmen with a gold medal on the line here at the Survivors Cup. Once again, your final score in the bronze medal game, the Nepean Knights take out the Medicine Men by 2. Your final score 8-6. For our entire production crew here at JVI Sports Network, for Ted Jenner, I've been Lagawano, and we'll be back with the gold medal game at 1 p.m. In the meantime, for the fastest game on 2 feet and for the creator, we'll talk to you in just a little while here at the Survivors Cup from Noah Lagoa, Arena. We'll be back to this.